Alright guys, what we are covering today is just kind of my reaction to the Apex Legends Breakout, so Season 20 Developer Diary. They put this out, I think, with every season. I could be wrong, but Season 20 for Apex Legends is set to be a big changing season for the game. I think it's going to be a make or break season personally, so we're going to listen to this, we're going to kind of react, talk about my thoughts about it, and I'm curious to know what you guys think, either in the live stream chat. We are streaming over on Kick, YouTube, and Twitch. We are multi-streaming at the moment. Working on hitting affiliate over on Kick, so if you haven't dropped a follow over on Kick, make sure you guys do that, kick.com/Mr. Turns. There will be a link in the bio as well, or in the comment section. So, or link in the description below. So make sure you guys smash that follow button, help me hit affiliate there, and let's get into it.
Hey guys, my name is Steve Ferreira. I'm the game director for Apex Legends.
And I'm Evan Nikolic, design director for Apex Legends.
Today we're here to celebrate an amazing milestone, the 5th anniversary of Apex, and to tell you all about the exciting things we've got in store for our new season, Breakout. But before we get to all that, I wanted to take a moment to give a shout out to you, our amazing players. Thank you to our incredible community for 5 years of Kraber no-scopes, Nessie Easter egg hunts, and amazing us with your incredible highlights and community content.
This past year, we broke the mold in how we've always done things.
Yeah.
We started the year with a strong focus on the Legend meta, and how we've always done things. We started the year with a strong focus.
So the Legend remastered, having each Legend class getting their own perks, I thought was a nice, solid change to start. I think I do wish that maybe there was a little bit of different changes done to this, but I do feel like it was a really good start for kind of the changes that they're making now with the game. So overall, I did like this change.
And added class perks. We revisited the firing range and gave it a facelift.
The firing range changes are amazing. I don't miss the old firing range at all. One thing I would like to see is some more maybe customization inside of the firing range, or customization to being able to have custom lobbies just for making like thumbnails and stuff for YouTube videos. I just feel like it would be easier if you don't have like all the 3D rendered modeled stuff. I think that'd be cool, but that doesn't really have anything to do with this. It just came to my mind, so.
Did our first ever Legend rework with Revenant, gave Stormpoint a massive update, and created an exciting in and out of game narrative arc with Kill Code. We've learned a ton, and we're excited to keep pushing the boundaries of what Apex can be for the 5th anniversary and beyond.
Our new season, Breakout, will see us evolving and adding depth to the core Apex experience. So get ready to spend hours mastering all new aspects of the game. New to Apex? Don't sweat. We've got some exciting new modes to help new players jump in and start running and gunning with an all-new streamlined BR limited time mode, new team deathmatch style LTMs, and the return of fan favorites like 3 Strikes.
So when they say the 3 Strikes is returning, I'm really hoping that they're meaning that they're keeping it as a permanent game mode, because they did not specify in there that it's an LTM. And I think we can all agree 3 Strikes is the best game mode that's come out of Apex in a significantly long time. It's fun, it's refreshing, it's great for new players, it's great for experienced players. It's just overall a great fucking time when you play this game, and I really hope that them not specifying it as an LTM means that it's going to be a permanent option. I really hope that that's the case.
We're going to be introducing new asynchronous Apex tournaments for both the casual and competitive, and launching our next phase of Gen 5 features, a 120Hz performance mode, haptics, and adaptive triggers on controllers.
This
120 FPS on consoles has been something I've been asking for so long, as I play on both PC and my consoles. Why? I don't know. I guess I just like torturing myself. But the fact that it's been as long as it has and we haven't had 120 FPS, the fact that they are finally bringing that to this game, I know is bringing a couple of my friends back to the game, and I love that they are finally bringing that to the game, and I just hope that it runs smooth. I mean, I don't see any reason why games like Fortnite, games like Warzone are able to run at 120 FPS and play smooth, and Apex couldn't, especially on next-gen hardware. On the previous gens, I get it, but next-gen, 120 FPS, coming to consoles, I think is fantastic. I think it increases your player base from... Like, now having console players in PC lobbies doesn't feel like such a disadvantage.
Here, starting with Breakout, we are going to evolve the core gameplay we all love with a significant change to the Legends meta again, with the Legend upgrade system. For those that love the world of Apex, we will continue to expand our storytelling and go deeper into the Apex games than we ever have before. For those with a competitive streak, major changes are coming to Ranked. The climb will be more rewarding, easier to understand, and bring the game even closer to the pinnacle of competitive Apex, the Apex Legends Global Series.
The fact that they had to specify easier to understand proves what I've said about Season 19 being the worst ranked season in Apex history. I think it's significantly worse than the Everybody Gets Master season because it's so hard to understand. It's the span of the player base, or like the ranks that you have inside of your lobby. I just don't think it was good. The fact that they're getting rid of LP, bringing back the old rank systems, I just think is great. Awesome change. Super, super excited for that.
In Breakout, we've heard your feedback and we'll be rolling out a series of changes designed to give you what you've been asking for. A better competitive ranked experience that rewards skill combat. We're also bringing back splits for less grind and more reward, and dropping the level cap to 20 so you can start hot dropping and climbing those ranks sooner.
We are tuning several parts of the rank climb. First, an improved matchmaking experience. The beginning should feel less intense, and the difficulty of your matches should scale with the skill as you climb the ranks. Second, we are putting more focus on combat and kills to drive the scoring. Kills will contribute more to your RP, and final placement multipliers will align to combat skill. Additional bonuses, such as defeating players that outrank you, will further your climb. Expect a lot more from Rank this year as we address your feedback and bring it even closer to the ALGS experience.
Love, 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 love. Every bit of that. Apex is a game about surviving, yes, but also about getting kills. And the fact that kills are going to be rewarded and survival is a multiplier is, I'm pretty sure I made a TikTok about this previously, that that's how it should be. And the fact that as you scale up through the ranks, the level of difficulty in your games is going to increase. And splits coming back, all massive, massive changes that I'm super, super fucking excited for. I think that's going to be great.
This anniversary will be following tradition and featuring our incredibly talented community as part of the Anniversary Community Prize Tracker. We're also excited to reveal that we're bringing heirloom shards back for our 5th anniversary celebration event.
Woot.
That way you can celebrate your favorite legends by
Big woot.
any heirloom or prestige skin of your choice this season.
Big woot.
Get ready, because we are rolling out the largest change to all legends since the game launched with our Legend upgrade system. Over the course of the match.
Now this is the thing when I first heard about it that I didn't know how I was going to feel. Like, what my thoughts were going to be. My initial reaction was, why the fuck are they doing this? And I don't like that that change is happening. The more that I've heard about it, the more that that's had time to settle, the happier I am with it. And the more that I hope and understand the reasoning as to why they did it, because you have to reinvent a game, you have to breathe new life into it. Otherwise, the game's just going to die. Fortnite does a great job of this. I feel like Warzone even does a pretty good job of it, even though I don't follow Warzone as closely as I do Apex. Like, I feel like constantly bringing in new weapons, and just like tuning with that and like some different game modes helps Warzone. I could be wrong. I know Fortnite does a fantastic job of this. So this change with Apex makes sense. Like I said, initially I wasn't super excited about it, but the more I hear about it, the happier I am.
You'll be given the opportunity to augment your legends as you see fit. Some upgrades improve the specialization of a legend. Others might add a new ability altogether. The goal of the upgrade system is to allow players to go deeper with legend mastery and flexibility, to create a more intimate and dynamic gameplay experience over the course of each BR match when it comes to legends. Upgrade opportunities occur within each game, and the sooner you get into the action or tap into your class perks, the faster you'll climb the upgrade curve. Every legend in the game has 4 options that allow for player expression, and the 2 decision-making points will happen from early into mid-game, generally speaking. After gaining enough Evo, you'll be able to select an upgrade that suits your playstyle, or add some power to your legend that's not available at the start of the match. This will also give us another lever when it comes to legend balancing. We now have the ability to modify or swap out upgrades altogether, to shift metas quickly, in a way that doesn't compromise core gameplay patterns from specific abilities.
As John described, the legend upgrade system changes how you become more powerful within a match of Apex. As you upgrade your legend, we need to look at how that interacts with armor and Evo. We tried a bunch of different methods of gaining legend upgrades, from finding items to completing objectives. Ultimately, we found the most natural feeling way to gain legend upgrades wound up being the Evo system. Getting into fights and...
I do really like the fact that they brought up the fact that they tested other ways and that this feels good, because we're already so accustomed in this game to leveling Evos. So having that be like just an extension of an already natural feeling game while in the middle of playing, I think is a really good way to implement something like this system. I think it's really good. I'm curious to see how it actually plays out. But from like a theory standpoint, I think that that makes the most sense when it comes to how to implement a system like this into Apex.
Dealing damage to other players is one of the riskiest actions you can take, and you should be rewarded for that. So, with Breakout, we're changing the armor system to tackle a few problems at once. First, we're pairing armor to legend upgrades. This means as you earn a new legend upgrade, your abilities and armor are upgraded at the same time. Level 1 is white armor, 2 is blue, and so on. Also, we're removing armor as a lootable object. The only way to upgrade your armor is by gaining legend upgrades. This smooths out the pacing of gaining armor and creates a more distinct early, middle, and late game for Apex. The result is, as your legend becomes more powerful over the course of a match, your armor does too. Removing armor from being a lootable item will be a massive change to the pacing of a Battle Royale match. What has not changed is that the most consistent way to earn Evo is by dealing damage to other players. However, players still want ways of improving their armor by exploring the world or playing their class's role. To support this, we've added a few new ways to get Evo directly. The first new way to earn Evo is through the Evo Harvester. These are stations randomly placed around the map each game.
One thing I've noticed is it does not show that pylon thing for the Evo up in the minimap. I wonder if that's going to change. Oh, never mind. Yes, it does. So the fact that that's an identifiable spot on the map, I think will add to the likelihood of people dropping in those spots, depending on how much that it gives you.
Earn Evo is through the Evo Harvester. These are stations randomly placed around the map each game that players...
That gives 400 Evo charge to your shield. So that's pretty good. Happy about that. I like that.
One grants an immediate boost of Evo for you and your entire team. The second is through Evo caches, rare items that give players a large amount of Evo, but will be harder to find. Finally, playing your class's role will earn you Evo directly. Interacting with things like survey beacons and support bins not only grants your team unique benefits, but also directly grants your team Evo. While armor is no longer a loot item, you can still pull off armor swaps through a new item type, shield cores. Looking in a death box, you'll no longer see the usual Evo armor, but instead a shield core that represents that armor's charge. If that shield core is from a player who is the same or lower level than you, picking it up will set your current armor to be that level. If that shield core is from a player who is...
I wonder if that means, so if you have a blue shield and you're at 0 health on that shield, that picking up that core resets it to the blue shield health? Or if it takes them from, like, say you've got a blue shield and you have 100 till the next Evo, and that core takes you to 50 till the next Evo, if that's what they're meaning. This is what's going to be, I think, the most interesting change. Maybe not the most interesting, because they're making a lot of changes this season, but this is the thing that I'm like, how is this actually going to play out?
Is higher than your current level, then you're granted Overshield for the difference. Overshield is a temporary pool of health on top of your existing armor. Once it's gone, it's gone. This means all the moment-to-moment gameplay around armor swapping mid-combat is still there. You just don't permanently keep that higher armor level after the fight. As we add new systems like legend upgrades, we need to balance that against the existing complexity of the game. To keep the focus on the action, we're going to simplify the crafting system, so you'll just be able to craft health items, ammo, and squad mates banners, if you have a support legend in your squad. Crafting one of these items will no longer require any crafting materials. You'll be able to interact with each replicator in the world once per match for free. Crafting time has also been sped up, and is now almost instantaneous. This makes the replicator a reliable source of consumable items whenever you...
I'm curious to see if this means that you're able to use it once per station, so technically 3 times, or if you literally can only craft 1 bat from the crafters. I'm curious to see how that plays out, because crafters have been such a pivotal part of the game and being able to craft meds. I think another thing that this is going to do that's really good is the people who have been sitting in Storm playing Lifeline, crafting medkits, and just getting a bunch of why am I spacing on the name? The heat shields? I think that this is really going to combat that, along with the fact that they're already making changes to ranked, just solidifies the fact that they do not want that to be a way people can climb rank anymore. I think that they've heard that feedback enough and they realize how ridiculous it is. So I think this, paired with the change to the rank system, almost guarantees that that way of climbing won't happen. People will still find exploits because that's what people do, but that, I think, is really a primary reason as to why they made that change.
You need them, without having to worry about how many materials you have. In Breakout, we're streamlining some of the core systems around the BR, so you can stay focused on the action. Limited time modes are a place where we can experiment with the core loop of the Battle Royale and find new ways to make Apex approachable for new players. In Breakout, we're excited to kick off the season with Straight Shot, our newest LTM. Straight Shot is all about getting you into the action faster. It's a sped up match of Apex, giving you more drops, more fights, and more end rings in less time. The match is smaller and faster. There's only 30 players per game, the ring focuses the game on a smaller portion of the map, and the end ring comes in half the time, roughly 10 minutes. Then, instead of the dropship, your squad is immediately dropped into a random POI. But watch out, each POI contains 2 teams. Up to you whether you want to fight immediately or rotate and play the long game. Also, looting has been dramatically simplified. Weapons come with all the attachments they need. Once the match is over, you've added one more exciting new thing to speed up your experience. When you're eliminated, you and your squad can immediately queue into your next match without going back to the lobby. Straight Shot lets you focus on the basics of movement and shooting.
Is that going to be a feature that they add to the game as a whole, or is it specifically for this LTM? If anybody knows, please let me know in the comments, because I feel like that could be such an awesome change for the game as a whole, because having to go through the you die, the end screen, all the XP, everything else, the fact that you could just auto queue, if you could auto queue while spectating to see how the rest of the game that you were in finishes, use it as a learning experience for we should have positioned here or rotated this way and be able to talk with your rank squad, I think would be great. I'm really curious to see how that particular system like implements, if it's just that LTM or not.
Getting more reps in the Battle Royale in less time. Another new LTM coming later on in Breakout will be a TDM style mode, Lockdown. We held a community vote earlier this year, and Control came out on top as the favorite mixtape mode. Inspired by that, Lockdown combines the best parts of TDM and Control, giving players a tighter and faster objective-based mode. In Lockdown, you'll work together with your squad to capture control points around a smaller map. Most points wins. Finally, I'm excited to reveal that in Breakout we're bringing 3 strikes back. For those who are new to Apex, this is a great mode to try out, because it makes the Battle Royale more forgiving. You have 3 chances to keep playing after your squad is wiped. You get to keep your armor and weapons when you respawn, so you can get right back into the action. In this coming year, look forward to more modes that make it easier to jump into Apex Legends. 3 strikes, straight shot, and mixtape modes are all great places to experiment and show off with your friends. This is just the start. We've got a ton of cool stuff coming this year, so stay tuned.
In Breakout, you'll see that our maps look a little different than previous seasons. A lot of exciting things have been happening in the Apex games. With Eduardo Silva dead and everyone in the Outlands discovering he was building a Revenant army, the Syndicate is using this season to distract its civilians by throwing a huge party to celebrate the Legends and everyone's favorite sport, the Apex games.
Now that you know a bit about why the maps look different, let's talk about what you can expect when you drop in. To start, we're introducing an all-new custom map exclusive to Mixtape. Feeding off the energy and excitement of a live crowd, the Thunderdome is an homage to the history of the Apex games. Floating high in the sky, this modular stadium captures the essence of Kings Canyon in a gladiatorial setting. This marks the first Mixtape map that will be available in every mode, so we look forward to seeing players learning the map.
Looks like a cool map.
Their strategies.
I like that.
In addition, the museum on World's Edge has received an all-new exhibit to coincide with the launch of the new season. You'll see new displays and interactions that celebrate the Apex.
I think this is already a Watson skin. But is this already a Valk skin?
The museum on World's Edge.
The Titanfall. The Frontier War, the fact that they're bringing that lore in is pretty cool.
Edge has received an all-new exhibit to coincide with the launch of the new season.
That's a new Valk skin. That's a new Valk skin. That looks cool. I wonder if that's from the Battle Pass.
You'll see new displays and interactions that celebrate the Apex games and its history. There may even be a few never-before-seen tidbits that will be fun to find. This year also sees all the familiar items you interact with done up to fit the theme of the season. Loot bins, jump balloons, tridents, and gravity cannons are more vibrant than ever to get you pumped for Breakout. We also see a return of our lovable legend balloons, with all.
When I first saw that they added designs to stuff like this, stuff like the grav cannon and whatnot, I thought, because earlier in the trailer they show a care package dropping, and I really thought for a second that it was going to be like the stickers that you can put on batteries to customize the like care packages, and I was like, please don't add that. We don't need anything else added into our loot boxes to potentially get other than like heirlooms and skins. Like, we really don't need more stuff in there. So I was really nervous, but the fact that they break this down later in the trailer that it isn't that, it's due to the new season and new event, I was way happier.
To get you pumped for Breakout. We also see a return of our lovable legend balloons, with all new designs meant to evoke the tone of our celebration. And finally, along with our colorful banners, confetti, and flags that are scattered throughout all the maps, you can spot some very large blimps flying around. Constant reminder that this season has a lot to celebrate. The Maps team is hard at work, prepping an exciting year, filled with new locations to explore, stories to discover, and sights to take in.
My name is Jasmine Chang, and I'm the brand manager for the Apex Legends Global Series, also known as the ALGS. You've heard us talk about the pinnacle of Apex esports, but for those who have never watched the ALGS, here's a quick rundown of how it works.
If you play Apex Legends, even if you don't play Apex Legends, but you enjoy competitive gaming and watching like high-end tournaments, the ALGS is some of the best professional gaming tournaments I've ever watched. I'm sure it makes it a lot easier if you follow the game and like pay attention to it closely, because with all the different legends, abilities, the visual clutter in the game, I'm sure it could be confusing for new people. But it is such an exciting event to watch that if you haven't watched it, I highly, highly recommend at least tuning into the ALGS, even if you don't play the game.
Currently in year 4 of the ALGS, and over time, we've truly established this circuit as the destination for the best of the best. I mean, tens of thousands of players from all over the world come together to compete for their share of the $5 million prize pool. Our competitive season typically lasts around 9 to 10 months of the year, and the competition is ultimately centered around our 3 LAN events: Split 1 playoffs, Split 2 playoffs, and of course, the World Championship.
I really need to go to a LAN. I think it'd be so fun to just watch it live.
Enough points during the ALGS Pro League, which can be done by outperforming your competition week over week during our Pro League match days. There are actually 4 Pro Leagues going on all at once, and it's split by region: North America, EMEA, APAC North, and APAC South. Once you actually make it to a LAN, you'll then have to survive our patented match point format, which is proven to keep everyone on the edge of their seats. Matchpoint works like this. In order to win an event, a team must first reach 50 points in order to be matchpoint eligible. Once they've hit 50 points or higher, all they need to do is take first place in the match to win the whole thing. It's almost guaranteed that multiple teams will reach matchpoint eligibility, so you can see where the suspense comes from.
That is what makes the ALGS tournaments so great, is that match point. You have to hit 50 points. After you hit 50 points, the next game you can win. So if you're sitting at like 43 and you get enough points to get up to 50, you can't win the tournament or the LAN in that particular game. It has to go to the next one, which just adds so much excitement to the event, because like she says, you normally have multiple teams that are sitting at match point, and like there could even be a team, like 3 or 4 teams that aren't at match point, and you've got a team way back that somehow manages to catch up and then wins the thing just because of like the RNG of playing a battle royale, the way that the tournaments are set up. Just like what they've done with the ALGS from that perspective is flawless in my opinion. It is so fun to watch.
Personally, I think the coolest part is that anybody is eligible to compete in the ALGS, not just the TSMs and the Fanatics of the world. We have tournaments.
The Fanatics was kind of a weird thing to me, because like you should have said Dark Zero and TSM, because they've just like dominated for so long.
At the big leagues. It feels like TSM and Dark Zero.
I think maybe she just said Fanatics because...
So maybe one of you will be the ones to dethrone them.
Yeah.
If you're interested,
because it's like a big org,
ALGS
or it used to be.
Matches will be happening throughout February and March in the run-up to the Split 1 playoffs. We'll be announcing the venue and dates for the playoffs shortly, so stay tuned for more details.
If they come to Seattle, I'm going.
To keep the party going,
really anywhere in the Pacific Northwest, I should probably go.
Legends for free this season: Seer, Fuse, Rampart, Maggie, Loba, and Valk. Every 2 weeks, a featured legend will be free to play for the rest of the season. Each legend will come with a set of challenges. Complete the challenges before Breakout ends and unlock that legend permanently. There are also exciting rewards: a brand new legendary race skin, new banners, new legend and gun skins, and much, much more. Head to our blog for all the information.
The fact that they're making more and more legends accessible for new and returning players that may have been out of the game for a while, I think is another great change. You can test out all the legends in the firing range now, where that used to not be the case before you spend in-game currency or real-life money to unlock them. So that's a nice little change as well. But those are my thoughts on the developer diary for Season 20 of Apex Legends. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I appreciate you hanging around if you guys made it to this point in the video. I will do my best to add some bookmarks or timestamps in the video to get to specific spots if you guys just want to get to that section of this reaction video. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like this type of content from me? Do you not? Let me know in the comments. Are you guys excited for Season 20? I got to know all about it. We'll be streaming it, like I said, live on YouTube, Kick, and Twitch. Mr. Turns on all platforms. So I appreciate all the love and support. Hope you guys have a good one. Bye.